All right, we've talked about what shapes are and their properties. We've talked about finding the distance around the outside. So now we're going to find the area of two-dimensional figures. Okay, so the area is a measure of the space inside of a two-dimensional figure. Okay, so if I have a square, I want to know, how much space is inside this square. Okay, how many feet would it take to fill it up? Okay, and it's measured in square feet, square yards, centimeters, okay? Whatever your unit is squared, okay? So what that means is if I had, I'll just draw one. Right, so let's think of a kitchen. If in my kitchen I have a rug that is this purple shape, the area of that rug is how many squares fits inside. Well, here I can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 squares. Okay, but if we have funny shapes like a parallelogram or a triangle or a trapezoid, that might get a little more difficult. So we're going to learn some formulas and stuff on how to find that. So for a rectangle, the area is the length times the width. Okay, and you just multiply them together. We also call the length the base sometimes, and width is also sometimes called the height. Okay. For a square, you just do the same thing. Okay, you take the side times the side, or the side squared. So that little side squared, that 2 in the top corner, just means I take the side times the side. Okay? For a parallelogram, just like a rectangle, I take the base right here times the height, is that one in the middle. Okay? For a triangle, I take the base times the height times 1/2. Okay, because if I have a square or a rectangle and that's the base times the height, I can make a triangle by cutting it in half. Okay. And And a trapezoid is a little different. Okay. You take the 2 straight sides, so B and A, and you add them together. You take that number divided by 2, and then whatever that whole thing is, times the height right here. Okay? So A plus B divided by 2 times H. But today we are just going to focus on rectangles and parallelograms. Okay? So here I have my formulas. Okay, so the area of the rectangle is my length, 63, times my width, 35. You can use a calculator if you want. And you should get 2,205 yards squared, okay, or square yards, because if I filled it in with a 1x1 yards, like that, it would take 2,205 of these squares to fill this whole thing up. Okay. what if it gives us the area and we need to find the length? Okay, well, area is the length times the width. Okay, I don't know my length, so I'm going to leave it as L. And my width is 7, and it tells me the area is 252. So to solve, I'm going to divide by 7. And you get that the length is 36 meters. Okay. And I can check my work. So I should get the area is 36 times 7, which is 252, which is what the problem told us it was, so it works. Okay. And parallelograms work the same way. Okay. Base times height. So my area is my base, 13, times my height, 14. So when I multiply those together, I get 182 square feet. Again, if I had a grid going through this, it would take 182 of those squares to fill in the inside of that parallelogram. Okay. So the area of a parallelogram is the base times the height. It tells me that the area is 115, so I'm going to put that in for A. I want to know the base, so I'm going to leave that as my variable. And my height is 9.2. To solve for B, I need to undo that multiplication. So I'm going to divide by 9.2 to undo multiplication. Okay, when I do 115 divided by 9.2, you get 12.5, and our unit was centimeters. Okay. So your 3 choices for practice, remember that you just have to pick one. Okay, using that same list from when you went around your house and found a bunch of different objects, okay, you're going to find 5 different rectangles, squares, or parallelograms, and you're going to find their areas. So last time you did perimeter, this time you're doing area. Okay? Again, make sure you're writing it on a piece of paper. That way you can take a picture of that and upload it on Google Classroom under the assignment. Okay, for choice 2, on the next page, or on your assignment instructions, there's a worksheet. You're going to do problems 1, 3, 6, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 21, and 24. Okay, if you want to do it on paper, just take a picture of your work and upload that, or there's a Google form. Okay, works just like the last one. And then your third choice is you're going to use this Khan Academy link. So you're going to click the link. Okay, and here's what it'll look like on the side. And you're going to do all the items in the list. So make sure you do the 2 practices. When you've done each practice, make sure you screenshot your progress and upload those. Okay? This is just what the worksheet looks like. Okay? So you're going to do 1, 3, 6, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, okay? Then 21 and 24. Okay? So you can use the Google form, you can print this out and write on it, you can write on a separate piece of paper, 1, and then your answer, 3, and then your answer. You can take a picture of that, upload it, okay, however you need to, however works for you.